Spider-Man No Way Home earned the second biggest opening ever, and yes, we're talking spoilers.
Whoa, watch out!
The best geek news for muggles.
Hello, hi guys, what a weekend!
I cried like a baby.
It's official, Spider-Man No Way Home pulled in $260 million at the domestic box office, way higher than estimates predicted, and will now top Infinity War for the second highest domestic opening weekend box office take of all time, which Spider-Man was in Infinity War too, by the way.
If anything, it's kind of your fault that I'm here.
That brings its worldwide total up to $600.8 million, making it the third largest global opening ever, which is all the more astounding when you consider it pulled this off during the pandemic. So with that kind of money, is it any surprise that Marvel and Sony are already actively developing Spider-Man 4, according to Kevin Feige himself in the New York Times this weekend?
Yes.
As promised, I will be talking Spider-Man No Way Home spoilers and reactions, but at the end of the video, so let's get to the other news first. Poor Nightmare Alley. It only made $3 million this weekend, so RIP to anyone who tries to take on No Way Home for the next couple weeks.
But just because you can beat him up doesn't give you the right to.
Alright, let's bullet point this news. When asked by Cinema Blend which actor he would want to see in Shang-Chi 2, director Destin Daniel Cretton said getting Jackie Chan would be a lifelong dream of his. And now this has to happen.
Please, it's very important.
The Witcher 2 is currently sitting at a 96% on Rotten Tomatoes, but more importantly, when asked what other video game franchise he'd like to star in, Henry Cavill told Game Reactor that Red Dead Redemption 2 is something he'd love to turn into a movie. Yes, but should he play Arthur Morgan or John Marston?
Arthur.
We also got the first trailer for The Northmen today, a new Viking-era revenge movie by Robert Eggers. If you're familiar with Eggers' last movie, The Lighthouse, then you know this movie is going to be awesome, and you also know that someone's probably going to make love to a mythological creature.
But which one?
Actual comic book news. An all-new Punisher series is set to launch in March of next year, and Marvel is officially changing the Punisher's logo to this. Honestly, can't say I'm a big fan of this as an emblem for the Punisher, but it looks way cool as a Brock Lesnar back tat.
Hey, that is a cool tattoo, my brother.
Alright, spoilers ahead for Spider-Man No Way Home. I don't know about you guys, but I definitely 100% did not cry.
He's lying to you.
Clearly, I don't have enough time to go into a deep dive on this because there's so much in this movie that I could talk for hours about, but let's hit the high notes, like Matt Murdock! Aunt May dies and says the thing. Andrew Garfield. Toby. Tom Holland's classic Spidey suit at the end of the movie that you can't find pictures of online, so you have to settle for this concept art by K-Dog Digital. I have never had so much fun at the movies before, and dare I say, this might be the single greatest Spider-Man movie yet. Honestly, might be a contender for the best MCU movie. I don't know, it's a lot to process. I want to know what you guys think in the comments. Now, I have long theorized that Tom Holland would be staying in the MCU and that Sony would nab Tobey or Andrew for their Spider-Verse. It does seem to me, based on the post-credit scene, that the MCU will be getting a new Venom, as Tom Hardy got sent back to Sony's Spider-Verse, and seeing as how Andrew Garfield is the only Spider-Man without a Venom.
Really? No, don't get your hopes up.
Now, I have heard many of you speculate that No Way Home has a massive plot hole because Electro doesn't know Spider-Man's secret identity, so how could he cross over? I don't know. Gwen Stacy knew Peter was Spider-Man, she's dead and didn't come back. How about we all just don't overthink the intricacies of the multiverse when even Doctor Strange doesn't know what the f is going on?
That feels weird, but I'll allow it.
Now, I do know that the ending of No Way Home missed out on one critical cameo to keep it from being a truly perfect movie, but I don't want to ruin it for anyone else, so I promise I'll keep it to myself.
If promises were crackers, my daughter would be fat.
I do hope you enjoyed the show. Follow me on Twitter at Chris Killian or Instagram at CK Comedy. Make sure you like the video for support, give it a thumbs up, and thanks for coming to Comicbook.com for the best geek